Hello, everyone. I'm Mark,
I'm Rob.
and welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown. We have a live show every Monday from 7 to 8 Eastern Time. Please join us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next videos. And feel free to make intelligent, non-insulting comments. So today we're going to preview the NBA Finals, and the thing I want to start out with is what LeBron said about Kyrie Irving, who's in the Finals, obviously. He said he really misses playing with him, and then he said at the end, he's the most gifted player in NBA history. Rob, what's your response to that?
No, sorry, LeBron, you were off base, and yeah, I saw him almost. He said a couple of swear words, and he was almost crying. And I'm like, if that was the case, why didn't you do that when you were playing together? So I mean, come on, man.
Although Rob, it was kind of Kyrie's fault because he said he couldn't play with LeBron anymore because he wanted to be the one. He wanted to be the one instead of the 1A.
Well, that's part. I mean, you got two egos there going at it, but I mean, all of a sudden now you think he's the savior or he's the best gifted player, and he is a gifted basketball player, but he's not the best. Sorry, LeBron.
He may be the most gifted player in the league right now, but he's certainly not. He's not. He didn't even make first, second, or third team All Pro because he doesn't fulfill his potential. And obviously, I think Michael Jordan is the most gifted player of all time, and I think he is. And athletically, he is more gifted than Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving gets away with a lot of carries that Jordan didn't nearly that extent that he does.
So. I mean, I would give it to him. He's one of the best finishers to the basket I've ever seen, though. I really have to admit that he can shoot with either hand, which surprises the players when he drives in. I saw that one play he drove in on 3 players, and then he threw it with his left hand. I was like, that was amazing. Why can't you do that all the time?
Yeah, he actually is one of the most gifted. If you put Michael Jordan's brain in him, or Magic Johnson or Larry Bird, whoever brain you want to put in there, someone who's a smarter player and a smarter person, and also had the right attitude towards defense, especially like someone like Jordan and Kobe, then I'm sure he would be a top 25 player of all time. But he doesn't even make the All-Pro team because he never lives up to his potential. But
right,
let's get to the finals. But in the playoffs so far, he's played really well, and he's played his best defense and his best passing that he ever has. So let's give and at least at times his offense has been great, especially in the second half a lot of times. So we'll give him his due for that.
Yeah, his passing too. His passing is really like he's a good passer that people didn't know about.
Well, I always thought he was an underachiever in his defense, and he's finally, at age 32, he said he has actually hitting his peak, at least in this playoffs. Mm-hmm. So, Rob, we'll start with you. So, what do you think the keys are to the NBA Finals? And you can give me your prediction off the top too.
Sure. Well, the key for Boston is they have Porzingis back, which helps a lot. So then they can do the little screen and pop with him in those 3-pointers, and that'll bring out the 2 big men. One of the big men that Dallas has. That'll cause some problems. And also with Boston, of course, Tatum has to show up. I mean, he's having an average playoff game series, but he's got to show up. So that's one key with Boston. On Dallas' side, you got the bench. You have Gafford and Lively. Lively, he was 16 for 16 in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, he didn't miss a shot. He missed one game, but in 4 games.
I mean, that's amazing. So he's the key factor for Dallas. I believe those 2 are inside. So, but my prediction, the Boston has Porzingis back, which does matter a lot. So I'm predicting Boston in 6.
You're predicting Boston in 6?
Yes.
Okay, I'm predicting Boston in 7. They're fairly heavily favored. So we'll see what happens. I think, Rob, some keys that I see are that, number one, Boston plays better defense. And we know defense seems to be more important in the playoffs. And, people say defense wins championships. You can put how much stress you want, all you want for that. But they're 3rd in points allowed, and Dallas is 18th. It's Boston's 2nd in scoring, and Dallas is 18th. But Boston also takes and makes the most threes. So like a lot of NBA games, it's like whoever makes the threes. Well, so in this particular case, it's whoever can Dallas protect the three-point line. I think that's the key.
Right.
And then I think some obvious other keys are who's going to cover whom of the guards. So how are they going to shut down Doncic and Irving, and how are they going to and vice versa? How are they going to shut down Tatum and Jaylen Brown? And and Porzingis, if he's, I think obviously whether he's healthy or not is a key. And so how well he plays, given that he's rusty.
Also with Boston, like I said, I'm sorry, I left him out. White, he's the one that's been really. If he knocks down his threes, and that definitely is a big factor with Boston.
I was just starting with the two superstars on each team, how they match up and how they play each other. And White's a very good defender, so I'm curious just to see who covers whom in this particular.
I think he'll be on Kyrie. He definitely will be on Kyrie.
Well, then who are they going to put on Doncic?
Doncic, I think they'll put Al Horford on him. He's a little bit taller and he can move. And you gotta stop the 3-pointers. If you put somebody else smaller on him, he's just going to shoot over him. And also that way you don't have to really double team him. Because if you double team him, he's going to find the open people underneath the basket. So put somebody who can move their feet and still guard him. Because Horford's not quick, but at least he can guard Luka.
Wow, you're going to put a center on a guard.
He's not really a center. He's not like center. I mean,
but he's old and he's slow. Are you serious?
And then what is Luka? He's not Speedy Gonzalez. He's slow and he's not old, but he's slow.
You got Drew Holiday and all defensive guy, and you're going to stick a center on a guard?
How tall is Drew Holiday?
I have to look it up. He's probably 6'2" or so.
And you're going to put him on Luka?
I'm not sure. I put it on. Maybe I'll put Derek White on him, but I'm not putting a center. He's 6'4". He's listed as 6'4". And let's see, Derek White. I don't know his exact height, so I'll look it up while we're talking. But
okay.
Yeah, but he would dribble past Harford all the time, and that would make it too easy for him. Because now, as soon as he does that, it opens everything up. As soon as he dribbles past him.
How you know he's going to dribble past him?
Because he's a great dribbler and he's a great driver to the basket.
Horford is a good defensive player. He moves his feet. He knows how to move his feet. He knows how to slide his feet. He's not going to be like Gobert, the so-called defensive player of the year. He's not sluggish like Gobert. He's not going to be like crossed up on Luka like Gobert. He knows how to stay on his feet and slide his feet. He's a veteran. He knows.
All right, I'll make a bet with you. He will not be covering him on a regular basis. He may on.
Okay, I'll bet. Okay, the loser of the bet has to shave their head.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
Okay,
not much at stake there, Rob. Okay.
I'm going all out, Mark.
All right, let me know in the comments if you think like me that Rob has lost his mind on Harford covering Doncic. Okay. That's why it's called the Sports Showdown, because we don't always agree.
So
I don't think they're going to do that. But let's see. They also got Jaylen Brown's got to cover somebody. So I don't know. Let's see what's happened.
Could be another I told you so show again. Could be.
That rarely happens, Rob. But we'll find out. Anyways, what else do you think, Rob, is the key to this series?
Like I said, with Dallas, it's Lively and Gafford. Gafford, I mean. When Boston, because Brown likes to drive to the basket, but Gafford was a great pickup, a good rim protector and a rebounder. He really has solidified Dallas's defense. Though they're ranked 17th, they really picked it up during the playoffs. I'm really amazed. And Jason Kidd, the coach, has got them playing on a different level, and they seem like they really want this. Kyrie wants this.
Okay, so I think another key I didn't really mention was the health of Doncic. I mentioned Porzingis' health and his rust, but I think that's the key too. He obviously is not 100%. Mm-hmm. I don't think 9 days or whatever number of days it was going to, make him rested enough or make him 100%. I think he needs the offseason for that because he didn't play. His numbers weren't as efficient as they were during the regular season. Of course, the regular season was unbelievable, but
right.
So anyway, some people are debating whether he's the best player in the league just, because he played so well the last couple of series. And of course, it's hard to say that. He doesn't have a title, doesn't have an MVP. So I don't know how you can say that. But
except for Kendrick Perkins.
Pardon me?
Except for Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick Perkins didn't even put him as top 5 offensive, not even top 5 players. He didn't put him as top 5 offensively when the season began. And He wasn't that much better than he was last year. So it was silly. But Kendrick Perkins says a lot of dumb things. And he always underrates the white players. So I really don't have anything much to say about him besides that. He didn't think Jokic deserves his MVPs either, even though by the advanced metrics show that he does deserve it. So it's not just everything else. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So I think here, Tatum is their best player by, a little bit. Jaylen Brown's almost as good. And I think the key is, which of those two are going to step up and be the MVP, if not both. If they both play great, Dallas doesn't have a chance.
Yeah.
I really don't, because they have much more depth than Dallas does, and that's the other key, obviously. They have much more offense and depth than Dallas. So if they both play great, now if they can't stop the duo from Dallas, Doncic and Irving, they could be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. I
think it's rather obvious because that's what happened last series. They couldn't stop them.
Well, then Boston's got that key player coming off the bench, Hauser. So, they got to be careful.
My namesake, he's been playing like crap, too. I'm going to ask him to change his name or at least spell it to Housr instead of Hausr because he's been playing like crap in the playoffs. He can't hit a 3-point shot, And that's
you keep after him. He'll hit one. Who hit one?
What's that?
Who hit one? Who hit a key one? You watch.
He has not played well in the playoffs, but he had a good year for a guy coming off the bench who wasn't highly talented.
Actually, Pritchard is the one who's going to be the one off the bench hitting the threes, though.
Right.
Actually.
I just want to see if Lively continues playing so great because he's a rookie and it's finals is a little bit different, a little bit more pressure. We'll find out, but they're a good duo and that happens. So we'll see what happens. Also the Dallas seems to do well whenever PJ Washington hits his shot too.
Right,
I think that's kind of a key. That's what I see. I don't know. What else is going to be important in this particular case, but I think the defense of the Celtics will make the difference, and they're going to win. They're going to win in 7.
Then, of course, what we're leaving out the main thing, they're playing in the Garden. Not the old Boston Garden, but still, they're playing at home in Boston. That home court advantage really, and especially now in the finals, is going to make a big difference.
I think it will, especially if they have Game 7 is there.
Oh, yeah.
Boston's got a high percentage of winning in Game 7 in Boston Garden. Of course, I don't know how much relevance that is because it's a different team, but in the finals, the 78% winning Game 7 now. So I think it's.
And they were the best record in the league. So
best record in the league, best point differential. But no point differential. They were first in point differential. But the rebounds are equal, by the way. So I don't think that's the key to the series unless the rebounding is drastically different between the two teams because they were like 3rd and 4th in rebounding. So I don't think that's the key to the series. So we'll see. I think who matches up with whom is going to be very interesting to see and see what the key is. And also, does Boston play well in the home court and get off to 2-0 start or not? Because Dallas wins one of those games. It's going to be they're going to say, hey, this is going to be a long series. And of course, Dallas could win. I can see Dallas in 6 or 7. I can see Boston in 6 or 7. I just don't see a short series.
Right. So I feel this is going to be one of the most exciting ones because no one expected Dallas to even be there. So, then they're playing their hearts out. And then with Boston, only thing is they have the most pressure on them to win. If they don't win,
they do have more pressure. That's true.
Yeah, they've been together for 5 years. They have to win. They got to win. It's like we got to win this. They have to.
Yeah, they've been in the finals now 3 times.
Yes.
And the Eastern Conference Finals 6 times now. So and they haven't won it yet. So I think there is pressure on them, and maybe that's why Jason Tatum didn't play. Maybe he feels the pressure. I don't know. But Jaylen Brown didn't feel. He played well, especially in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, you can't. Sorry. You've been in the league this long and finally you can't. That's not an excuse. If you feel pressure, come on. You're one of the best.
I didn't say it was an excuse.
No. I didn't say that's.
Doesn't mean
with him with the pressure. It's like no. You got to go out there and play. You have to go.
I think he'll step up. So we'll find out. All right. So let's know in the comments what your prediction is. Let us know if you think Rob is delusional about Halford covering Doncic on a regular basis. I'm not saying it won't happen. I won't say it won't happen like he goes out to the perimeter and guards him for a while. That will probably happen. But on a regular basis, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it would be a disaster. That's my personal opinion. Because that's going to open up too many 3-point shots for them if he's there. If he drives past him and it opens things up. But that's no rim protection then. I don't see it. Anyway, that's my opinion. Live show Mondays Eastern time, 7 to 8. We had what is it? Was it a 2 trillion listeners last time, Rob?
11 million, I believe.
11 million?
11D million.
11 Google 11 Googles.
11D million.
All right. Well, we went up a lot from one week to the other, so that was good. And please subscribe. We need more subscribers, and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you do, and hit like on our videos because that's good for our engagement and make some comments, intelligent, non-insulting comments.
Yeah, we appreciate your views. We appreciate your views and comments, and we appreciate you all that have subscribed, and definitely the comments, which have been generally all very, very intelligent.
Yeah, we appreciate the support. So, okay, well, you want to give your goodbye?
Peace out.
Take care and enjoy the finals, and we'll have a review for you on Friday morning, of course.